Ladies and gentlemen, day 13. Almost 2 weeks after my second hair transplant, I was Norwood 5A, and in 2 surgeries I had implanted 6,540 grafts. I've been doing these daily updates only to show you guys how the hair transplant progresses in the very first 2 weeks, because during the very first 2 weeks you see the basically most improvement, on a daily basis. A lot of things are changing quite rapidly and you really need to know what to expect. So far I covered pretty much everything, from the very first day of the surgery up to now, day 13, and every single day there was something, different, like, how to take care of your transplant in the very first days, how to wash your hair, your donor, your recipient area, how the scabs are developing and how to take them out. And of course, for the hardcore nerds like myself, I've analyzed pretty much every single aspect of my current hair transplant. So if you're planning to get hair transplant surgery for yourself at some point in the future, this video is going to be pretty much life-saving for you. So if you're one of those people and you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? You will need this information.
Trust me, bro.
And while you're at it, hit that like button as well. So YouTube gonna know that people like this video, it's a helpful video, it's a great video, so you can push to broader audience who gonna find this video and can also hit that like button. So YouTube push even further, so more people gonna come and find this video and hit that like button, and
one eternity later.
I really want to push forward as much as possible this content, because I believe it's very useful, and when I was doing my research I couldn't find anything online, anything similar to this. So if you appreciate my effort, hit that like button so YouTube can promote.
A few minutes later.
While it looks like I've covered a lot of things already about my transplant, there are still few things that I think are really important. And today we're going to be talking about importance of hair implantation angles. And as always, I'm gonna be your guinea pig, so we can analyze the situation according to my head. Okay, first things first, let's start from looking at overall scalp, how it is. And I took a couple of pictures today in front of the window in the same spot, exact spot like I do all the time. What I like in general about my second hair transplant, that it actually created a better framing of the face, since I did just a tiny bit of work of the temple peaks. And even this very small amount of work in temple peaks actually creates a huge difference. That's why some people are saying this is like a cherry on top, like to kind of finish off the whole look. Some people have been telling me, oh, I want you to shave your head after 6, 7, 8, 9 months after your second hair transplant, so we can see how it looks with the short hair. But guys, we really don't need to wait this long. We literally can see it right now. Whatever you see right now, it's pretty much the best case scenario and the result. So this is how I will look with the buzz cut after 1 year in the best case scenario. If I would keep my hair super short as I do have right now, in my opinion, it does not look great. Because my hair is super thin, you can clearly see the scalp. Especially considering I still got redness in my recipient area. As soon as the redness is gonna go away, you're gonna see scalp even more. Hence why transplants are just an illusion of density, especially for folks just like myself that are very high Norwood level. So when I was looking today at this picture, I actually realized that this is like a perfect example to show, the actual hair implantation angle and the importance of it. Because knowing me that I'm Norwood 5A, I literally had almost nothing, native hair. There's like a little bit in the mid-scalp and crown, which were pretty, miniaturized. So most of the hair that we see right now is basically transplanted. And it matches actually the native hair angles and directions pretty much perfectly, to be honest, in my opinion. So first of all, temple peaks was one of my main concerns, because it's really easy to screw it up basically if you implant in the wrong angles and directions, or if you implant like a thicker graft that that's gonna be standing out. And in this case, to be honest, I think Dr. Ferrer did like a fantastic job. So far it looks really natural and really great, to be honest. The hair growth angles are pretty much like flat going down like that. And as you can see, this hair, it's and the same goes to native hair. Just have a look here. They literally like the same kind of very flat and goes pretty much down like with slight angle. And when you're going a little bit higher, here you can see the direction is changing. So for example, here where is a transition between temple peaks and my hairline, the hair growth is kind of pointing more towards my forehead rather than like ears or donor area, whatever. You can see here like the native hair slightly like start to transition into this like a more flatter, and the higher you go towards the this transition area to this, temples, the direction of the hair growth changes more towards my my forehead. And literally here, that's my native hair. So it kind of flows, kind of grows to the front. And here is the transplanted hair as well. So here was like that, and then it slowly kind of, transitions. And yeah, and the angle of the hair is as well going a little bit up, but it's still really flat. It's about 15 to 20, degrees maybe in this particular area. And the higher you go, the more angle is getting kind of up a little bit, up to like maybe 30 degrees flat, but still thin fine hairs in the front. And how can I find it? And the hair growth direction is pretty much forward at this point. It's like pretty much forward, and that's kind of resembles here, as you can see how how it grows. So yeah, my whole pretty much front is like that, like growing forward. The more you're going to the back, the more hair start to grow a bit up a little bit, not like a completely 90 degrees like you see in cheap Turkish clinics all the time basically, but the direction is changing slowly. So if you like literally here, just have a look, it goes like that here especially, and goes higher and higher towards the top. The further you go, the more it kind of goes up. You see what I mean? Look here, like flows like this, and then it starts to go like that, and here especially up like this, and here goes kind of already like upwards, almost like a 90 degrees. But again, it's not 90 degrees because my head shape is like curving in this area as well. But nonetheless, if you compare the transplanted hair angles and the native hair, this is literally native hair. There was nothing transplanted here. And compare these angles to here, transplanted angles, it looks pretty much the same. Literally, you know what I mean? And here like a mid crown, mid to bottom of the crown, the hair is like literally growing upwards. And again, transplanted area slowly blends in, and you really don't know here where is the the transition between transplanted hair and native hair, because when you're looking at the top view, you know exactly when it stops, but when you're looking from the sides where you can see each hair growth angle, you cannot really tell. So to me it screams like a quality. The surgeon really knows how to implant and make it look natural basically. So yeah, to me when I'm looking at hair transplants, this is one of the main things that I'm I can spot right away like that. It's very easy to notice when in the hairline the hairs are like sticking up. If that's been done already, and sadly you really cannot fix it. So you can remove few grafts here and there, but you cannot remove the whole hairline. So be mindful if you're still searching for a transplant of this such of things, because this is going to be the key component for natural appearance. Of course, the exact same thing we can spot whenever we flip. So we're gonna check the photo on another side, of the right side of my scalp, exactly the same, and perhaps even more visible. From the hairline going towards mid scalp and crown, like the hair growth angles are literally pretty much exactly the same like the native hair. But anyways, let me know if you had this kind of perspective when you are looking and analyzing different hair transplant results. And of course, if you got any more questions, make sure to drop them in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like this video as well, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Subscribe to the channel.